Goater claims he'd make more from packing groceries than playing for Man United. Manchester City favourite Sean Goater has revealed that he could have made more money packing groceries than he did when playing for Manchester United as a youngster. Goater is a City icon after scoring 84 goals in 184 appearances during his 5-year stay with the club. The 52-year-old was City's leading marksman for 4 consecutive seasons after joining the club in 1998 and also became the first City player to bag more than 30 goals in a season since Francis Lee in the 2001 Seconds campaign, with his massive haul helping to fire the club back into the Premier League. He also had his moments after firing City back into the big time too, most notably by helping himself to a brace against Manchester United in the last derby at City's iconic Main Road Stadium. But for all of the heroics he performed for the blue half of Manchester, Goater actually got his break in English football with City's bitter rivals. The striker was snapped up by Sir Alex Ferguson in his teenage years but ended up leaving Old Trafford without making a single appearance for United. But his recollection of his United days will certainly please a lot of City fans, with Goater quipping that his tiny United pay packet was dwarfed by the amount he'd get for packing groceries in his native Bermuda. Goater, speaking exclusively to Ladbrokes ahead of the launch of their 5-a-side bet on Man City via Liverpool, revealed, "Manchester United came to Bermuda on a mid-season break, and that's where I was scouted. Sir Alex Ferguson saw me and offered me a trial. I came over, had a successful trial and joined up with the club. Who do you think Man United should appoint as their new manager? Let us know in the comments section. It's funny, because in those days, I didn't have an agent, so I was pretty much left to sort my own contracts out, and when I was offered a place at United, I was on something like £175 a week. Now, in Bermuda, you could pack groceries for people that come into shops, and for that, you'd get tips. I would make more money packing groceries in Bermuda than I would playing for Manchester United. So I went to see him and told him that my mother and I had just moved over and were living in a new house, and with the £175 a week, I couldn't afford the mortgage, so I needed a little bit more, and he ended up giving me a £50 increase." And despite the fact that Ferguson was the sworn enemy after he joined City, Goater admits that he's always had a good relationship with the United icon after he handed him his pair eyes. He added, "At the time when I joined United, they were calling for Ferguson's head. But he was always truthful, he was honest, he would tell you straight how things were. For me, as an 18-year-old, having to front up to the gaffer, it was a tough thing. But in my mind I was thinking £175? I should be getting more than this. It worked out in the end for me, though, because I got my increase. And ever since that day I've always had a good relationship with Fergie. I have the utmost respect for him. To manage at what was then the biggest club in the world and to deliver trophies consistently, turning United into an absolute machine, it's admirable. Look at the job he did and the position they're in now. I can't help but smile as a City fan because all their fans can talk about these days is how good they were."